Hey my cupcakes, welcome back to my channel. So obviously this video is going to be a little bit different, more old school, and this is actually how I started my YouTube channel and the whole setup where I just sat in front of a window, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm in the living room, I'm filming with a different camera, I'm filming with my new vlog camera, which is a Sony a5100. I'm not using my Canon DSLR just because I don't even think my battery is charged and I can't deal with setting everything up, the whole lights and the stand, everything in my room. So I just propped you guys up on legit like 2 boxes and my little mini tripod, which is what I used to do back in the day. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be filming a quick little everyday fast look. I hardly ever wear makeup nowadays just because my schedule is always like really early in the morning and I can't deal with putting on a face of makeup. And even if I do put on a face of makeup, this is probably what I would go for. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into it. So I already moisturized my skin and I'm using the CeraVe moisturizing cream. You can get this at any drugstore. I have eczema. Sadly to say, I am breaking out too on my jawline just because it's the time of the month. And my eczema has been flaring up. I'm not too sure if you guys can even see it, but it's around this area where I'm really dry. So I have dry patches. So I already moisturized my skin. I had that set in. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. And you can get this at Target for like $3. And I like to focus this one on the inner parts of my face and under my eyes where I put concealer. Also on my forehead. Foundations I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. Oil-Free Foundation, which just looks like this. And the CoverGirl Clean Matte. These are both drugstore. I just got this, found it, had it for a while now, and I've been trying this out on and off. I like this one because it's kind of like a satin finish, and right now my skin is fairly dry. It does get oily though once I put product on, but I'm going to mix these two together. The shades I have is Caramel, which I believe is the darkest shade, and 550 Medium Deep, which I think is a little bit too dark, so I'm just going to shake them up. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques blending sponge and just blend all of that on my face. Concealer I'll be using is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. Again, this is the old thing I've had. Conceal some of these dark circles since I do work early morning hours now. This isn't going to be like anything fancy, you guys, just because, let's get real, I hardly ever wear makeup nowadays and I don't got time for it, or I just don't feel like wearing it. I just rather have my skin breathe. I only go to work. And even then, I only work with the same people and there's no one to impress, so So I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera. It's just the same routine that I've been doing even from my old videos that I uploaded about an updated brow routine. It's just different products I believe I'm using. I use the e.l.f. Brow pencil. This is like $2 at Target. I have the shade Neutral Brown. Then the powders that I use is a Wet n Wild Ash Brown palette. I do like to set my brows though with a gel. I just don't know where it is. So I guess I won't be setting my brows today. Never mind, I lied. It's right here. So the brow gel that I use is the NYX Tinted Brow Gel. This is also good to just throw on your brows if you don't have time to actually fill it in because it's tinted. And I just use this. You can get this at Ulta or Target. I got mine at Ulta when I was in San Diego last year. I didn't set my under eyes yet. I went to go grab my Airspun. You can get this at the drugstore. I got this from my friend, my sis Brenda, when I went to go visit her at San Diego this year. Yeah, this year. So I just put some on the cap. And I'm actually going to be baking my under eyes just because sometimes my concealers do tend to crease because I have fine lines. So I just get the wet beauty blender or wet sponge that I was using and look up and bake my under eyes. I do suggest this to people that want their makeup to last. It does help. But if you have super dry skin, like really intense dry skin, I don't think you should do it. Unless you really moisturize well. Because I feel like sometimes this can accentuate dry patches, which I've seen that happen before on myself when my skin is extremely dry. So I just do that, and especially on the bridge of my nose to kind of slim it out. And above here where we had the concealer, I do like to kind of do my underline jaw. So I'm going to go ahead, curl my lashes. Alrighty, so for the more fast and I would say easier way of being put together is just throwing some mascara on, having your complexion look really nice, which is what I just worked on. And the mascara I'm using is just a Maybelline Falsies. I'm going to coat my lashes with some mascara. And I wasn't really blessed with like super long luscious lashes, but they're not short either, so yeah. And that already looks way better than how it looked like in the beginning of the video. And then I'm just gonna pop some on my lower lashes, which is kind of short and hard to see. I feel like this was baking long enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and dust off some of this. I'm gonna dust it off because I'm pretty sure that under eye concealer is set. Dust that part off. That's that. You know, I don't know if I want to pop on some lashes. But I'm going to set my face with the Milani Powder Foundation. I have the shade Natural Tan. Whoa. Which isn't really that tan in my opinion. The brush I like to use for this is the e.l.f. round kabuki brush. It's really fluffy and soft, so I just swirl it in and buff it all over my face. Because even though I do have somewhat dry skin right now, or lately, I still can get oily. Add more shape to my face because I don't want it to look really flat. I like to contour just slightly. I'm using the shade in Light palette from Kat Von D. And then I like to contour with the two outsider shades, mainly the lighter one. I like to take this e.l.f. brush, which is like the Nari's Ita brush. Just stick it in there. I accidentally stuck it in the really dark one. So, tap off the excess. And my face has a natural contour right here just because of my cheekbones. So I like to do that. And then you always want to blend up, because if you blend down, you're just making your face drag down, and we don't want that. For fast contouring of the nose, I just go down the sides of it. But if you guys want to see a more full in-depth contouring of the nose, remember every nose is different. But I just do that as a fast contour. And then down here. And then for bronzing, I like to use a middle shade and a more fluffier brush. And just kind of go right over that contour and blend it all out. And then I also like to do my temples, just because even though I have smaller temples, I like to just add a little bit of color back in there. And then if you have a double chin like me, we're going to go ahead and contour that out just to add some shadow. Now for highlighting, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Pearl Fusion highlighting palette. I picked this up at Ross for $7.99, but the colors are really pretty. They are powdery. I rave about this a lot, and the colors I like to use is always mainly on this side of the palette, but for today I'm gonna go ahead and mix this one and this one just to change it up a little. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Pop it on my cheeks. And then I like to use just this color on my nose, on the tip of my nose, and on my cupid's bow. I love to highlight it. So there you can see that. Old obsession was Lolita, which is still my favorite from Kat Von D. But I found this little guy from NYX, which is in the shade Soft Spoken, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but in my eyes they look very similar. So if you can't afford the Kat Von D, go for the NYX, because the NYX is like about $6 or $7. You can find this one at Target. Again, the shade is Soft Spoken. So for this one, I always like to pair it up with like a dark brown lip liner, and this is my favorite from Jordana, which is Cocoa. This, you guys, is legit how much I have left. So I need to go ahead and look for more, because I seriously pair this up with any lip color that I like to use. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. So that's that. And then now it's time for the lip color. This is the NYX Liquid Suede line. I don't know if I mentioned that or if you guys saw the packaging, but this is that one. Now the only last thing we have left to do is setting our whole face. The setting spray I like to use is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, just because I like how if your face looking a little bit too cakey or powdery, this kind of just lets everything settle in and look nice and smooth. That little nose highlight glow though, looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face, the arm jiggle, oh my god. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys like this little quick get ready with me. I know this video is probably really long just because I talk too much sometimes, majority of the time. But I hope you guys liked it nonetheless. If you guys did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you guys are notified of future videos from me. I will let you guys know now that I probably won't be doing too much beauty videos. I know that's something you guys really like to see sometimes, but I'll be filming like get ready with me's and stuff like that in the future again. But for the time being, I mean, I only film those when I'm really going out anywhere. But I would like to start vlogging a lot more. So let me know if you guys would like to see that, and also adventure videos. Which if you guys didn't know, I do have a Adventure to Wonderland playlist, which is my second Instagram account, but I also have that here on YouTube where I show you guys all of my hiking videos, and all my vlogs are always on the playlist Adventures with 808 Cupcakes. So that's something new with my channel that I didn't really announce. It's just something I just put on to my channel that I hope you guys was catching along and like following about that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys liked it, and until the next time, I'll see you in my next video, if that made any sense. Okay.